OGs. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday today. I'm a little early, so I hope I will see you, some of your familiar faces today. I'm doing a kind of a quicker one today. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Dee. I'm glad you saw that I was on because I'm way earlier than I usually am. Hi, Beth. Yes. It's a nice day today, and I think I'm going to try to do some uncovering of my yard and see, like, do an assessment of what's still alive, which is not much. And I had this little stack of pre-cuts for a rapid wrap sitting here on my counter for a long time, so I thought, let's do that. And it's also very springy, which I'm in the mood for, so. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Teresa. Dee said, you are early. I'm still at work, going home now. I know, I'm throwing a wrench into it, aren't I? Hi, Deborah. Yes. Hi, Nancy. Teresa said, good afternoon, Stacy. And then a few comments down, and all you OGs. Hi, Louise. Hi, R. Gamboa. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember what your real name is now. I've started writing them down, so I'm going to write it down if you tell me. Jenny said, hello, so glad you're early. Well, good. Does that work for you today? Hi, Susan. Hi, Sharon. Dee said, we'll see you when I get home, snowing here again. Be careful driving home, Dee. Hi, Deanne. Haven't seen you in a bit. Oh, you were on a cruise. That's a good reason. Louise said, got my LWB today. That's a happy day. Beth said, getting ready to storm here in Baton Rouge. Guys, I'm noticing in the last couple of days that I'm having a harder time keeping up on the comments, so I just want to apologize in advance for that, especially if I miss you. I don't intend to miss anyone's comment. I promise you it is not intentional if I miss your comment. And if it's something you really want me to see, please feel free to say it again, and then maybe I'll have another chance at it. Gail, hi Gail, said good afternoon all. 32 degrees here in northern Maine. Gorgeous day. That is certainly better than like 6, right? Hi Gretchen. Gretchen, I don't think I've seen you in a bit. Kathy said, I'm happy my notification worked today. Diane, that's right. Okay, I'm writing that down right now. 1 second. Thank you for your patience with me, guys. The act of writing it down helps me remember. So that's the main thing there. Gretchen said, got my first white box. Dee said, thank you for your help yesterday. Now I can see the beautiful ornaments that everyone makes. My pleasure, Dee. And thank you for letting me know that that page wasn't showing up, because you know what? It was a technical thing. There was a specific permission on that page, and I had not set it to be able to be seen by Christmas Club members. So I don't know how long it was like that, but no one else has noticed it. So I'm really glad that you did. It worked out. So now that page should be visible to all Christmas Club members and the Digital Club members. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette said, I'm glad you're on early. That's 2 of you that the earlier time is working for. That's good news. It's so pretty out. I thought, well, I think what I'm going to do is go out and kind of do some damage assessment out there in a little while and have my dogs outside to run around a good bit, because they've been a little cooped up too. I mean, they still have gone out and everything, but we haven't stayed out as long as we normally do last few days. So we're going to take advantage of the beautiful weather today. Gretchen said snowing here too, with lots of snowflake and snowman emojis. Hi, Suzanne. Jenny said most times works for me until someone calls me or comes to my house. They just don't understand my priorities. It's funny how when you're home, people will think that that means that they can just drop in on you at any time. I remember I had that problem a lot when it was just me in the business, but the business was more new, but I was working my butt off trying to get things off the ground. But for some reason, since I was home, everyone thought that meant that I was just doing nothing all day or that I didn't have anything else to do. Robin said, that's not a problem. You have more followers. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Yesterday, I was noticing I was getting way behind, and I think I accidentally skipped a few as I was going. Also, you guys, I need to adjust my table a little bit. I've got my computer screen kind of up and over to the left. It's got to be out of the way of my front camera from whenever I use that. But I can't see anymore, you guys. I cannot see. Like, my glasses are not good enough. So sometimes I'm trying to read, but I'm squinting, and I know I'm missing comments. So I need to readjust my setup here a little bit. Deanne said left on a warmer day, came back on a cold day. I think I'm gonna do this as my big band, this green batik, and then I'm gonna cut this in half and do 2 skinny bands around the outer edge. This is pretty, right? Teresa said, funny story. I ordered your fabric pack with the snowman and then realized I also got some of the same fabric from a local fabric shop after I placed my order from you. I'm crazy and now have a lot. At least it's a really cute fabric, right? You can make a lot of things with it. And you know that you definitely liked that fabric if you ordered it twice by accident. Gretchen said, nope, I've been absent. LOL. Been on my embroidery machine a lot lately. By the way, I felt very special opening that box. Beautifully organized. Thank you, Gretchen. I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you for saying it. I love to hear that when people get their box and they're happy with how everything looks. You'll have to let me know how it goes making it if you haven't made it yet. Dee said, still waiting on my Christmas club, but a question. Do pins come in the club box? I am new and waiting on my pins from Amazon. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Dee. You will get, you have pretty much everything that you need except for scissors, and then glue if you would need it. Although I think I was showing you guys a week or two ago, sometimes we'll include glue dots if that's something that will work. But glue usually if you need it, and then a tape measure. So it's kind of like everything except for tools is included. Hi, Christy. Christy said, wow, way early. Yes, I am. Gail said, I'm with you, Jenny. No one seems to understand our priorities. It's all good. I think I know that I'm going to do 2 outer bands. I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of pins on the sides because I know I'm going to cover those up. It's definitely more of a commitment pinning pins into the batik because it's harder to get the little holes out if you have to move the pin later. Not as bad as that evil Staff fabric though. That is the pinhole is not coming out of those fabrics. Not even a chance. Deanne said, yes, the pins come in the box. Jeanette said, I'm visiting in Tampa and it's finally warming up. Yeah, it's beautiful today. Kathy said, I'm patiently waiting for my Christmas Club kit. I hope it gets there soon, Kathy. They usually only take a couple days after they've left our hands, but I know that the weather has created some delays. I can't tell if that pin has a point. Enough of one to get it in there. It really doesn't get any faster than these. Did you guys see our peaceful pinning video that we released over the weekend? It was not a live. It was Kennedy made this first one, and it's just her making, I think she's making a rapid wrap. In fact, she might have been using this fabric. I don't remember. But it's just set to some background music. It's nice and calm, and she's just making the ornament. We're going to do those on weekends. And then we'll still do these lives during the week. Deanne said, I'm in Tampa. We're not too far from each other. Hi, Dana. Deborah said, I received my Christmas box yesterday and I just opened it. I can't wait to make it. You'll have to let us know how it comes out, Deborah. I'm so excited with so many of you guys being new members in the Christmas Club. That's exciting. Gretchen said, I'll let you know when I make it. I just got out of my hand brace after 3 weeks of constantly wearing it. Ooh, congratulations for getting that off. That probably felt good. So I could have done either this that I'm doing, or you could keep your band whole and just do like one skinnier center band. It's kind of like, you can do so many things with these. You guys, I put the tutorial for this. I mean, you can see how simple it is, but we do have a step-by-step for it. And I put the link below. I know a lot of you guys have already seen that. And I forgot to get out the printable supply list to show you, but we have that too, and the link is below. Teresa said, I was wondering if my order came yet and saw that fabric and thought, oh yes, it did come, but no, still waiting. But the mail service here in Montana is so slow. Okay, so for this band, I do want to hide my pins. I can't pick up a pin right now. So we're going to do the hidden pin trick here. Cut off a little bit of this excess. The bow up top is probably going to hide most of this anyway, but just in case you can see it a little bit. Hi, Barb. Christy said, I'm on a lunch break from a group genealogy project, so the timing is perfect. It was starting to make me crazy not finding the records I'm looking for. Maybe a break will help. Robin said, yes, I did. Suzanne said, yes, I saw it, missed the yapping and the dogs. Gretchen said, it was a nice, peaceful pinning. The music was really nice. Those, I think, are going to be pretty fun to do. Although, I definitely love doing these lives with the chit-chat with you guys, too. So these will be our weekday peaceful pinnings, which are a little bit less peaceful, I guess. And then we'll do the peaceful pinnings with the music for the weekends. Kathy said I'll have to go look for it. Oh, thank you, Deanne. Deanne said, I love watching you make the ornaments. Hi, Phil. Hi, Debbie. Debbie said, good afternoon, you're early today. Yes. I don't think this is going to happen very often, that I'm this early. It seems to be that I'm falling into a rhythm of evening time. Like after I've kind of finished the workday and then had like a little break with the dogs outside. But just for today, because I know I want to get out there outside a little earlier and have a little more time out there cleaning up my yard, I thought, you know what? Today we had our meetings. We have meetings with the team, with the remote team every other Tuesday. And today was a day of sitting at my computer desk like for hours. So I was like, you know, I think I'm going to do this early and then get outside with the dogs for pretty much the rest of the afternoon. I'm anxious to kind of get rid of some of the dead stuff, although I don't want to prune anything just yet because we still have a few more cold mornings coming, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to force myself to wait on cutting off all the dead branches off my palm trees and stuff, but you should see the tomatoes, what's left of them. There's nothing left of them. Deanne said the cruise was fun, 80 degrees every day. Amber Cove, St. Martin, Puerto Rico, Grand Turk, Margaritaville. Oh, that sounds nice. I was just thinking the other day how much I would like to go on some sort of little vacation, even if it's just for a couple days. Just to get away, like the beach, maybe, or something. One of my sisters goes on cruises a lot. I ought to go on one with her next time she goes. Christy said it's quite impressive how you can fold the band while going around. Mine turns out all wonky if I don't fold it and then pin them and flatten them and let it sit overnight. You know what? It's just practice, Christy, but I've seen people also talk about ironing them ahead of time, and that helps. It seems like that helps people a lot too, but this is just doing it over and over. I've done it so many times, but you know what? If you look really closely, you would see that mine, look at this. This is pretty wonky right here. I got skinny on this edge. Let me hold it straight. You can see that if I hold it straight up to the camera. So believe me, it's not perfect. If you could hold it in your hands and see it up close, you'd be like, oh, that's not perfect. That's kind of wonky. Deanne said, I agree with that band fold. It's probably looking like on camera, it probably looks a little neater than it actually is. I find as I'm folding the band that sometimes, like, it depends on which side I fold in first. Like when I did the little fold into thirds, there's a direction that it's way easier for me to work the fold as I go. And if I do it the opposite way, I have a harder time. But when I'm first starting to do that band fold, I never remember which way is the way that makes it easier. So it's like, that probably didn't make any sense, but it's like one of those things that I need to like memorize. Like if I fold it in this side or this side first, which makes it easier, and I never remember to like keep track. We're using the green glittery ribbon that just seems to go with everything magically somehow. Oh, I hear you, Christy. I use the iron as least as possible. That neither one of those sounded right. Grammar. Cannot grammar while looping ribbon. I don't even own a regular iron. We have one down in the shop for like big pieces of fabric and stuff, but I don't own like a regular iron for here up in my house for clothes. I can't remember the last time I ironed something like clothes. I just have that little baby iron for ornament stuff. So I cut those pieces of ribbon at 7 inches, and this is going to be 6.5, and then I'll do one more at 6 inches. Hi, Patty. Nancy said, I like to finger press the band before I put it on. Makes it a little easier. That's a good idea too. If you don't want to go through the whole ironing thing, just finger pressing it will at least give you a little bit of some creases to work with. Teresa said, I saw the weekend one and it was nice, but I missed the chatting. Yeah, don't worry, we'll still do the chatting ones. That's cute. Dan said, you make it look way too easy. This is easy, Dan. This is one of the easiest ones. Have you made this one? The rapid wrap? I need to do more of the photo ones. The photo like version of this. It's just like the rapid wrap it with the picture. We made a few weeks ago. Right before Christmas, I think, is when I made them. So cute. I need to make myself a hanger. You know, I just had the little scraps from the rat tail cord from yesterday. Was it yesterday? And I literally just shoved them in my drawer and now I can't see them. Because I thought there was a blue in there, but maybe not. I'll use this white one. I need to go through all my scraps. I've got like a big mess of scraps. That's just getting worse and worse as I shove stuff into it. Dan said, I've been getting your boxes, I think, for a year now and still haven't started. Deanne, we got to get you over the hump. We got to get you over that hump. I promise you that when you start, it will come together. It does look intimidating before you start. Are you doing Christmas Club, or which boxes are you getting? Christmas Club or the original Ornament Girls Club? I'm trying to decide what I want to put, what kind of embellishments I want to use here. I have some little green crystals. I think this shade is good. I have darker green, but I think that's might be too dark, but the light green looks like it's perfect. And then I have little green flower sequins too, but I think that this is a little bit more Christmassy. I'm not sure. It's not the worst. That might be cute on the side. I'm gonna do the light green. Yeah, I'm like looking through my stuff. I think that's the only stuff I had that really... I have piles, I have little, like a whole thing of bowls right beside me, you guys. It's just off camera. And I'm just kind of like peering through them. I like red too, but maybe I can do like a little red rhinestone on him, on that little heart. Gretchen said, do you have variety packs of the foam in your shop, like the one that I got as a special? No, we don't. Although I like that idea. The only thing that's even similar to what you're saying is we have sometimes when we have like our scratch and dent foam, and that is a variety pack. So it's like foam that has some imperfections or maybe like a dent or something like that. And that'll be like it's like usually 10 pieces and you know, it's a mixture of stuff. But no, other than that, we do the special foam bundle usually at Christmas time, and that's about it for variety packs. But I like that idea, Gretchen. I'm a little off center. Yeah, that green is a perfect match to this ribbon. Oh, you're in both. So you've been getting a kit all year. Deanne, you haven't made any yet? Or have you made one or two, or you literally haven't made any of them yet? I feel like I gotta get you over the hump so those boxes don't keep piling up. Christy said, Deanne, when I joined, I went with digital because I didn't want the LWBs building up around the house. Plus, you can use your own fabrics and stuff too. Patty said, I used your idea for ribbon scraps, keeping them all together. Thanks. Well, you're welcome. Mine's a mess, though. I feel like I need to clean things up. Teresa said, oh my goodness, that is so cute. Deanne said, I don't mind the boxes. I've been cleaning out craft rooms so a friend can build my dream room, and I found all the boxes. Well, the dream room part sounds pretty amazing. Barb said, I've gotten the scratch and dent foam, and they were all very usable. They are, Barb. You know what? The stuff that's completely unusable, we don't even put in the scratch and dent, but we're so picky about what goes in the kits and what we sell in the shop that there's like foam that is perfectly good, but it's still, I feel like it's just, like it's not perfect. So but I can't just throw it out, you know? And for me, even a lot of times I'll use the scratch and dent foam up here for like when I'm just like practicing, or I've even used it on some lives and stuff like that. And it's perfectly fine. It's a good way to get them a discount on them too. None, Deanne. Okay, we got to get you going. I'm trying to think back over the last year. What, you guys that are in the Christmas Club, what is a good first Christmas Club ornament that we've done in the past 12 months that you felt was easy and quick? Honestly, the Polar Star, I think, is not too difficult. That's the one we just got. I think that was the January. Gretchen said, love that. Thank you, Gretchen. I mean, maybe picking one and then watching the video tutorial, just even without making it, but just watching it would help you, I don't know, just kind of get motivated. Because I promise they're not as hard as what it probably seems. Or at least, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to get started on something, and then once you get going, it's like, oh, that's not nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. Maybe just a little. Oh, look, they fit really good on those little berries. We just need to add a little bit of, oh, that's the wrong pen. We need a smaller pen. Oh, you have been watching. So what do you think is making you, is it just time? Maybe just time, like having time to sit down and do it? I'm curious because I know that you're probably not the only one, you know? Dana said, so much fun to look forward to with all those boxes. Yeah, that is a lot of fun. Once you start, Deanne, you're going to be like, you're going to have a whole bunch of things to do. It's going to be fun. Teresa said, I just ordered the scratch and dent from you. They are all good. Yeah, even, I know I said it already, but even the scratch and dent is all perfectly usable. That's cute. Maybe, let's see how big this would be. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put something on the heart. Maybe we'll do some of the green crystals in here to add a little bit of the spring vibe back in. And then that'll be good. Really easy ornament. I'm spending more time on the embellishments than on the entire rest of it. Oh, this guy does not want to go on here. Okay, you go over there. Deanne said, it's been almost 7 months. Hubby passed 2 months before he was in the hospital. Oh, well, that would explain why something like a craft project is piling up. I'm so sorry. Gretchen asked, what piece of foam do I need for the shaped snowman? So for the snowman, we have, I think both of the snowmen that we have use the same. You need an egg for the body, and then it's the large egg. It's the large 8-lined egg. And then you need the 2-inch foam ball for his head. I don't even know where to use one of these green crystals. We might be done. Maybe we'll decorate the side. I haven't seen CJ today, but I know she would be disagreeing. She'd be like, no, this needs some more bling. I'm thinking maybe it's good. I mean, obviously I still have to do this side, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You see anything I'm missing here? So Suzanne said pine cone and springtime. Okay, those are good ones to start with, especially springtime. Springtime looks complicated, but it is not. It's fun. Patty said that was my choice for quick and easy. And Sherry said hello. Hi, Sherry. Teresa said, I think the scalloped snow globe or the Bethlehem star in the Christmas Club was pretty easy and so nice finished. Yes. Bethlehem star always is a beautiful, beautiful finished piece. Kathy said, I got 2 boxes today. All right, that is a good day. Karen said, hello, Stacy. I am Karen. I live in the south of the UK. That is so pretty. I do enjoy watching you and following you all chat along. Well, I'm so glad that you're chatting, Karen. Thanks for being here. I can't really think of anything else I want to add to this guy, you guys. I'm liking a little bit of glitter in the bow, not too much. A little bit of bling down here on the berries, not too much, just a little bit. Kind of cute. These are such a good way to show off something simple like this, a fabric image or something. In fact, you guys remember when we did the little Alpine Valley fabrics the other day? These would be really perfect for a rapid wrap too. So maybe a little bit later on the week, because I still have this fabric sitting beside me that I'd like to work with. Kathy said, I think it's good. Cute ornament. Thank you, Kathy. Deanne said, I'll pull out the last box I've gotten and I promise to try to do it. Yes, Deanne, I really, really want you to just start with one. And you don't have to do it all in one go. You could do like just a part of it. But I promise you, once you start, I think you're going to really enjoy it. Just be patient with yourself. Don't expect perfection. That's one of the biggest things that I try to say is don't worry about being perfect, because you'll get better as you make them. It'll start to feel more comfortable. But even if things are not perfect, it's not something that is going to be easily noticeable by anyone else. I promise. Teresa said, do you have a flower charm that you can hang over the side? I don't think I do have a flower charm. All I have is these little sequins, which I feel like are a little bit too whimsical. Although this is kind of whimsical. But I have like snowflake charms here. I do not have any. I got Christmassy charms. I've got jingle bells. I have a whole pile of strawberries. You guys, soon I'm going to be getting the strawberry fabrics back out, because I'm going to do my challenge for this year with these again, with those strawberry fabrics again, because they were so cute. But yeah, I don't have any flower charms, so that's something I need to add to my repertoire here. Oh, Jenny said, hi Karen, welcome. Deanne said, I'm an artist. Perfection is not in my vocabulary. Good. Jeanette said, I think it's pretty just like it is. I think I agree with you. I think it's good. I don't think it needs anything else. It's a simple one for today. Simple and quick, you guys. I'm really glad that you caught me early today. I'll probably be back tomorrow more in my regular time frame, a little bit after like 5 or 6-ish or something like that. But yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to catch it today. Barb said, make something, maybe something in the white heart, spring green beads. Oh, like up here. Uh-oh, guys. Dog's barking. Dog's barking. Let's try this green crystal. I love the green and like turquoise together. That's kind of cute. Let me center it up a little bit. Christy, thank you. Christy said, don't forget to like the video. I see the hearts. Thank you. Suzanne said, the strawberry charms are not in the shop. Why? I know, but I think, where did I get those? I think I just bought these on Amazon. I'm pretty sure that was just like a quick little personal purchase. And so what I need to do is just give you guys the link to that. I need to find that and give you guys the link whenever we start coming back out with the strawberry stuff, because we do have some other things that we're going to put with strawberry fabrics. We're going to do, I think I have everything right here to show you. We're going to do these little strawberry bead bow toppers with one of those. And I did this on my challenge ornaments this past year. But it looks like a little strawberry. Isn't that so cute? Tammy came up with that, and she stuck it on the top of one of my ornaments, and I was like, that is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. So I think we're going to make we're going to have these in the shop in the spring. And we're re-releasing the strawberry fabrics. In fact, they might still be available in the shop right now. But we're going to do some more if we need to. And I'm definitely hitting the strawberry fabrics again. Because they were so cute. Yep, Kathy said they got in just in time. That wasn't like a quiet one. They just barked and they didn't do the big howl. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa said, so nice. Don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate the likes, you guys. We gained like 500 subscribers in the past month, you guys, which was amazing. Nancy said, Deanne, I've been putting off making ornaments as well. You're not alone. Guys, I hope I can get you over the hump. It's a big part of why I'm doing these lives too, just to get people excited and inspired and motivated to make more of them. I know there's a lot of you who haven't made your kits. I promise that you will like it when you start. Diane said, thank you. Nice and simple. Thank you. It's not just you, Deanne. I promise. Kathy said, that's awesome. Thanks, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Jenny! No! Jenny said, I've been putting off my ornament making too. You guys need to get going. And then let me know when you try one. Start with something like this. For those of you guys who have never made one of these before, start with a rapid wrap. It's like the easiest thing in the world. You're basically just covering the box with the fabric. It's so simple. That'll kind of get you maybe over the hump. And then maybe try, if you don't want to start with one of your kits, if maybe that seems like it's too much, maybe start with just like a basic star, with some scraps. That way there's not like this feeling like you need to get it perfect or that you need to do it right because you don't want to mess up your kit. I know that's a thing. It shouldn't be, but I know it can be a thing. Maybe get some scraps and just make something real scrappy. Maybe we can do it on a live one day, guys. Maybe we can like schedule a time coming up, like maybe early next week, where you guys just gather up some scraps. They don't even have to match each other. I'll get some scraps and we'll do a scrappy basic star just to kind of get the hang of like the folds. Maybe something like that. Kathy said, good night. Talk to you all tomorrow. Oh, Deanne said, well, I also have been making cards or drawing and this cruise changed my mind. Oh, you haven't been making the cards. So maybe you just needed a little break. Teresa said, they have helped motivate me a lot. Good. I'm so glad. Hey, Joyce. Joyce said, same with me. It's been 3 years since my last one that I did. Jenny said, this is like Confessions of an Ornament Girl. Oh, Deanne, I'm so sorry. Deanne said, been very depressed, Miss Hubby, but I know life goes on. Deanne, I mean, it does go on eventually, but there's no rushing that. I'm a widow myself, as I know a lot of you guys know. And I mean, it's been a long time for me, and yet still there's moments that are really, really hard. So there's really nothing that any of us can say to make that better. But sometimes though, getting your mind doing other things, and especially a creative thing, can be helpful. So maybe if doing an ornament or something could be helpful, that would be great. Suzanne said, what about those of us who make ornaments all the time but still have years of LWBs all over the house? Well, I don't know why, Suzanne. Maybe because you're so busy making all the other ornaments. We need to have a catch-up day, guys. It sounds like we would need to have a catch-up year. If there's a couple years worth of little white boxes all over the house, then we have a lot of catching up to do. Beth said, love that idea. Deanne said, sounds like fun. Christy said, me 3. Then I'll print off the supply sheet, go cut fabric for several ornaments, and put the fabric and supplies in a Ziploc bag to work on while watching TV. That's a good idea. I used to do that back when my kids were really little and I was still making ornaments, finished ornaments, and selling them, and I wasn't doing patterns and stuff yet. I had a little sewing basket thing, and I would like pre-cut for 2 or 3 ornaments and put my scissors and my pins in there, and that's what I would cart off to, like when I had extracurricular stuff with the kids and I'd be waiting or at appointments or whatever. I would just make them when other things were going on. Makes it so much easier if everything's pre-cut. Jeanette said, thank you, Stacy. I'm behind on my ornaments, but you're motivating me to start again. I'm so glad. Teresa said, Suzanne, I hear you. Me too. Christy said, then I go into the bling room someday to add the bows. Yeah, you can go back and add the other stuff later, but as long as you can get like the ball done, that's easy to sit and do without a whole lot of extra stuff around you. Jenny said, Deanne, I'm so sorry about the loss of your husband. Maybe this group will help a little. I hope the same. Nancy said, very pretty. I have this fussy cut pack. I think, yeah, we had this in the shop a while back. I forgot about that. That's probably why I had these pre-cuts sitting here. Jenny said, although I've been making ornaments, I've been completing several other projects like quilts and bag making. Yeah, and doing quilts and stuff like that they're definitely bigger projects, so that'll keep you busy. Deanne said, I've been printing out the sheets and I fold it into the Christmas Club box. Oh, although I haven't been making ornaments. You know what? I read what you said, but I knew what you meant. So guys, let's plan on that. Maybe we'll do like something scrappy. I will just find scraps myself. I won't try to like make a completed perfect ornament, but just to kind of get, especially for those of you guys who haven't made them before, or maybe it's been a long time, or you're just kind of feeling a little intimidated or whatever the reason is, we can do a scrappy, easy, slow, basic star with just whatever you have on hand. And for that, if you want to get a head start, all you'll need is 2 by 3 inch rectangles. Okay. I'm thinking we'll do a 3-layer, keep it simple. We'll just do a 3-layer basic star, and all you'll need is 2 by 3 inch rectangles of whatever you want. Tomorrow, on tomorrow's live stream, I will come prepared with the link for you guys to where you can get the printable supply list for a 3-layer basic star, so that you can kind of like see what, get your materials ready ahead of time. But yeah, let's plan on that. Maybe let's say like Tuesday, maybe next Tuesday, a week from today. Joyce said, my mom passed away and I just couldn't bring myself to do them because she loved watching me make them. Oh, Joyce. I'm sorry. I hope you can kind of get yourself motivated to start doing them again though. And that can be, hopefully it can become a good memory for you instead of just sad. Deanne said, exactly. Hubby was my biggest cheerleader. Well, guys, I think that'll be it for today. I feel like I've spent most of this time just yapping. But I'll see you tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow will be a little bit later, probably 5-ish, 6-ish, something like that. More close to our regular time. And I don't know what I'm going to make yet tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. Jenny said, Joyce, I'm sorry about the passing of your mom. And Karen said, Deanne, I'm so sorry about your husband. Deanne said, now I have a bigger cheerleader in here. We are your cheerleaders, Deanne. We'll get you going. We'll get you going with some ornaments. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your afternoon and evening. You're welcome, Louise. Joyce, you're so welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. I love doing these with you. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Suzanne, I know. I got to get that deer in dough. Bye, Teresa. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Have an awesome rest of your night and happy ornamenting, you guys.